Now more than ever, transportation business owners need industry experts at every stage in their company's life cycle. We bring them to you in the hot seat.
Welcome to In the Hot Seat with the Tenney Group. I'm Spencer Tenney, and it's good to be with you. We have Charlie Eddy from Warren Averett CPAs, and he is going to drop some serious knowledge on us as it relates to the upcoming changes in lease accounting rules. Charlie, welcome to the hot seat.
Thank you, Spencer. Glad to be here.
All right, real quickly, share with us just who you are and what you do at Warren Averett.
I'm Charlie Eddy. I'm a partner at Warren Averett. We're based in Birmingham, Alabama. We have offices throughout the Southeast. I lead our transportation industry group. We help our transportation clients with traditional accounting, compliance issues, but also proactive strategic planning and cash flow advice.
All right, so why are the lease accounting rules changing?
Traditionally, Spencer, for the last 40 years, we've been dealing with the same lease accounting rules. And what we have noticed is that there are a lot of inconsistencies in how people record lease transactions. So this new document that goes into effect for publicly traded companies, it went into effect this year. Privately held companies, we have another year to deal with it, but it will bring more transparency and consistency to financial statement reporting.
All right, now that sounds good. Now, my audience members, they're saying, well, why should I care? So for the average bus business owner, for the trucking business that maybe they have some of their fleet on the balance sheet, maybe they're leasing some.
Yes.
Let's break that down a little bit more in terms of how that's going to affect them in the coming years.
Yeah, the trucking industry has enjoyed financing equipment in a lot of ways. A lot of trucking companies lease equipment, and most of the time those have been called operating leases. They're off the balance sheet. Trucking companies like that, they don't have to make a big down payment. They can just start making payments. Mm-hmm. Traditionally, the lease term is 4 or 5 years, and it did not impact the balance sheet at all. It was just a disclosure. And so now, with this issue, this is a big issue in the trucking industry, specifically because any lease that is in longer term of 12 months or more has to be recorded on the balance sheet now. There will be an asset recorded, there will be a liability recorded, and there's a whole new slew of new disclosures that are impacted. And so the concern that we have is the presentation on the financial and the impact that it has on the financial borrowing ability of trucking companies.
So to what degree, for the folks that are current lenders that are making capital available to these companies, to what degree is this going to blow their mind when they start seeing
it is something
the expansion of the debt on the balance sheet?
Yes. This has been in the works for over 10 years. The Financial Accounting Standards Board issued the document in 2016. So there has been plenty of time for everybody to get ready for this. We're spending a lot of time talking to financial institutions and banks, helping them to get prepared for the changes. But there probably will need to be conversations and discussions and maybe even renegotiations with bank covenants and actual loan documents.
Understood. So for the business owner that is going to have to do some transitioning there, what's one thing that you would provide them in the way of counsel to make that transition as clean as possible?
Well, I would start early. I would also consult with their CPA firm. I would segregate all the leases. There's really two categories of leases. So we're really focused on the lessee, the trucking side right now. There's two categories. There's a finance lease and there's an operating lease. And so the way you account for those leases is a little bit different. There's nuances on both. But segregating those leases and then determining the net present value of those payments, that's really what is going to be booked as an asset and a liability. The good thing is that asset that you book is the net present value of the payments that you're going to make, and it's amortized over a straight line basis over the life of the lease. And so that is a fair way to recognize the expense. The liability will be reduced with every payment that is made.
Understood. Charlie, I think you knocked it out of the park here, but I do have one more question for you. We do a little thing at Tenney Group, we call it Fun Facts. So I want to hear one thing that our network can learn about you right now that's not on your LinkedIn profile or on a Facebook profile. Tell us something about Charlie Eddy.
Absolutely. I have 2 kids. I have a daughter, 23 years old. That's a lot of fun most days. And I have a son who's 19 that is a freshman at Samford University in Birmingham, and he plays baseball for them. So that's been a lot of fun to watch and keep up with.
Charlie, great stuff. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning to In the Hot Seat with the Tenney Group. That's going to do it for us. I'm Spencer Tenney. Until next time, have a great day.